We have had fun pairing some different Hunkydory items together. You can see some of them here, and when we get started into the webisode, I'll show you the rest of them. Please, come play with us. Well, here's the whole collection. So these are duo design, as you can see, and the way it works is that you get one style of paper on one side, and on the other, you get something else. So you can see the swirls there on the back side of the damask. And then we have Hidden Galaxies paired with Starry Nights. We have Golden Melodies paired with handwritten scripts. Very fun. These all have 48 sheets. You're going to get 4 each of 12 designs, beautifully done. And these books of toppers, I don't recall quite seeing them like this. We've got Cat's Life, Land of Enchantment, and Floral Wishes, and just some absolutely charming designs. These are quite a thick design. They are foiled, as you saw, and there are 60 sheets in every single one, 12 designs, 6 of each. And then this book of sentiments is really interesting because every sheet has so many sentiments, all foiled, as you can tell. There are sheets that are everyday, there are sheets that are feminine relatives and friends, masculine, just birthday greetings. So it's just really a chunk of stuff. And again, it's very thick. So let's get into what Teresa has done with these amazing products. We'll probably get in a little bit closer just so you can see them. Now, this is starting off with A Cat's Life, as you can imagine. And let me show you what those toppers look like. It's one sheet of each one. They are foiled and they are die cut. So you can see that this is the one that Teresa has used, and she paired it with the damask. This is the paper, very pretty. Now on the back it has the swirl, but this is what we're using on the front. So she has covered her card with the blue and brown sheet, and then she took this piece and popped out the center and glued it straight down. And then she added the gold border dazzles that are just so pretty. And you see what a flash of color and shine they offer. So they really do a nice job of coordinating with the gold that Hunkydory does. So that's what's going on. Now the center part was popped out and then foam taped right on top. I thought it was really clever of Teresa. Do you see those blue butterflies in the artwork? Well, she went to our jewel acetate butterflies and selected some to go right there, one of them right there. Now she used the extra sticky tape to just attach the body so that those wings could lift up behind the brown ribbon. And there is the brown ribbon set, so just a really nice look all the way around. Now this huge congratulations, that's one of the sheets, and it looks like that, you can see. And I somehow I'm missing a piece. But what they do with these sheets is they do them in a whole variety of colors. So you can see that this tan has been used here. Now let's go inside our card and see what Teresa's done. Now, as I said, the papers have the damask on one side, and they have the ripple, the swirl on the back side. So you can see how Teresa has paired the two so nicely right inside. Now she did add, now the front of the card is very much in gold, but the inside has the silver accent. So what Teresa used is our silver mirror cardstock, and that's in a package that has several sheets with it. So that's going to be used right here and to back that piece. And this one is, as I said, the sheet that was on the front, let's see, the one that has a missing piece is right there. But she also used, you get them in different colors, so that's why I've pulled this sheet, just so you can see lots of different words in them too. And for this one, the new job, it is right on here. Maybe I just showed you all of these. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Good luck in your new job. You'll be great. If that didn't work, there's lots of other phrases throughout the whole thing. You will always get a light blue in each of the sections, and there are 4 or 5 sections with multiple colors. So that's kind of how that works. Teresa added another butterfly here, and that inside sheet is, you can see that other little kitty. So I think it's really kind of fun to have different colors and finishes like the gold and the silver on the front and on the inside, but the artwork unifies everything. The butterflies do a nice job too, don't you think? Okay, that is our first card, and let me show you number 2. Now, Teresa wanted me to tell you that with all of these toppers, she wanted to do some cards with multiple folds. So here we go. So just to say hi, and I'm going to lift this, and there you've got a triple card. Isn't that nice? Okay, let's talk about how you make that first. And Teresa took some white cardstock, and this comes is made in 2 pieces. So the first piece, you can take cardstock, or you can just get our pre-made cards. They measure 5 by 6.5. If you're going to do it out of cardstock, it's going to be 10 by 6.5. Score it in the middle and fold it. But if you have the card, you're just going to cut off 1 inch off the opening edge. Okay, so that's step 1. Then we're going to take another piece of cardstock, and this is going to measure 3 1/4 by 3. Then going from the left, we're going to go in 3/4 of an inch, so just a little bit. And we're going to put the extra sticky tape, you know, this one with the red liner. This is the 1/4 inch. And we're going to put 2 strips just on the outside edge and next to the score line. Then on the back side, we're going to put it on the score line, the outside edge, and then right in the middle. And that's going to be key, holding that piece that folds. Now, this is going to get attached. You will take the tape off and position this on the front of the card, just right along that edge. You just want to make sure that it is even with that outside edge, okay? Then what's going to happen is that this topper, this one, which is right here. Now we're into the book of florals, and that is our second one. It's called Floral Wishes, as a matter of fact. Kind of like paper wishes, don't you think? And this piece is going to simply get placed on top after you remove these extra sticky tape liners, and that just gets popped on top. So having this a nice size gives you enough space for it to be tugged and pulled and maneuvered to open up that card. Okay, now going inside our card, let me show you what she's done. Well, actually, let's finish with the outside. Okay, so again, we've got the foiling, and she wants to duplicate that shiny look. So what she has used is this sheet, and this is also from the damask, and there's the one that's on the front. As you can see, she did mat it on our gold metallic paper and just did it so that the card would really, the matting is going to end up being the white card itself. So these two, very, very stylish and pretty look. And by the way, as always with Teresa's cards, the instructions are down below. Just click on the card, you'll see the instructions. Later on in our last card, there is a download. It will be there also. So just want to make sure that you have that, because I do move pretty quickly through the instructions here on the webisode, because we want to show you a lot of different things, of course, to inspire your creative spirit, don't we? Now, this also has a little greeting right there just to say hi. That comes from one of those sheets out of the sentiments, and it's right here. This is one of the colors that you get in that book. And Teresa wanted to reproduce or duplicate that gold, so she used our fancy border dazzles. This is the pearl and pastel. I've got the green on top. Oh, there's just all sorts of colors in here. And this has 20 sheets in this package. They are About 3/8 of an inch wide, maybe a little bit wider. Now let me go back to this card. So this is the part that we really have secured with the extra sticky tape. Now when I open this, we've got 2 more panels. Now what Teresa used is, let me bring these out. Here is this topper, as you can see, and here is the next one. And this is the damask. It looks right here. It's got the pinks and quite a bit of the gold looking right there. And then just the center part was simply on all of these was just punched out and glued down. Then this one has got this of the damask. And then on the back, the swirl is right here. Again, she has matted everything here on gold, that same gold that we used in the front. And for the greetings, the Just Say Hi, I've already shown you. The Special Sister is right here. There are, as I said, greetings that have male greetings and female. So this is sister, girlfriend, niece, daughter, granddaughter. And then thank you so much. This is right here from the white one, and this is general greetings. So you just kind of get everything in this. Now, Teresa did want me to remind you that she recommends using the bone folder that comes with the adorable scoreboard to score these, just to make really crisp folds in all of the pieces. So I have done my duty and make sure that you have all the information. So this is our second card. As I said, Teresa liked the idea of multiple sections so that you could really take advantage of those wonderful toppers. Now our next card comes from a different topper, and this is the Land of Enchantment. Yes. And this has animals, it has fairies, it has a whole variety of things. This first card is an easel card, and you can see that beautiful gold foiling. And let me lift it like so, and just give you a peek on the inside. Now what Teresa's done here is, as you know, she's taken our regular card, 5 by 6.5, marked the halfway measure, scored it, and folded it. Now this is going to become a horizontal card, as you can see. Now what she has done is she has used another of the Duo Design cards, and this, as you can probably imagine, is the Hidden Galaxies and Starry Nights. Now let me show you what she used on the front. So here is the sheet, and isn't that gorgeous? So here's the Hidden Galaxies. If you've watched things from the Hubble telescope or the James Webb telescope, this is what it looks like. This is one tiny piece. And on the back, you get stars. So we've got galaxies and stars. She used the galaxy side. And what Teresa does on her gatefold is she cuts one piece that will span it and then cuts it in half so that she doesn't have her paper going over the fold. So that's just a tip that she likes to use. So you can see one half there. Isn't that pretty? You can see it right there. And the other half down here. Now, for this piece, she is going to cut a piece of white cardstock, and this is the piece that she's going to use out of the topper pad. And you can see it's got the main piece, but it also has corners. So what she's done is she simply matted this on white, allowing about 1/8 of an inch of white cardstock to show all the way around. She glued this piece down with the paper, but she foam taped the corners. So it gives a little bit of a lift. Now before attaching it to the card, she used the jute to give it a little bit of texture and dimension, and that works nicely. So she wrapped that around twice, knotted it, and then added a bow. So you can see how pretty that is. Now, the inside of her card, this is going to use this piece, and even though it, of course, it is die cut, she just glued it straight down, just right into the center of her card. But for this piece, she wanted to do something more. So she took this one and cut a strip. You can kind of see that orange star. Well, she cut right there, matted it on the gold. Now the gold that she used this time is the gold cardstock. Now she did that because this is foam taped up, so it's going to get a little bit more handling rather than using the gold metallic paper. So that's just a tip. If you want to follow it or you want to use the gold cardstock and everything, that will work also. Now for the die cut greetings, this says, to the world's best dad, thank you for always being there. Wishing you a happy Father's Day. Well, those are going to come on some more of these labels. So this is the masculine, and then this is the everyday. So it just works very nicely. Okay, so that is our third card. Now we're going to go to card number 4, which is also going to have multiple closures to show you. Let me dig this out. So here's our card, and look what's going to happen. Okay, let me do that a little smoother. Okay, this is to a special granddaughter. I happen to have a special granddaughter. How about you? And as you open it and pull it out, you end up again. Well, this time it's 4 panels. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really pretty. Now, you certainly can use each of the toppers to make an individual card, but Teresa just decided to do something extra. Let me show you what she did. She took a piece of black cardstock and she made our sample for us out of purple. So that was much handier for you to see. It's 12 inches by 6 inches. Then we're going to score. We always start from the left. You're going to go 4 inches, 6 inches, and 8 inches. Okay? Now, I'm going to turn this over, and this is going to be our center, so that's going to be a valley fold. And then these 2 score lines are going to be mountain folds. So it's going to go together like this. You do want to use that bone folder, which obviously I have not done that as yet, which is why this is popping up. Now, you will need another piece that's 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. This is out of the gold cardstock, and this piece is going to get glued on top of it, which is where we get that beautiful gold border. So that's how she's done that. Very clever woman. Well, you know that. Now, for the front of her card, let me show you what she is going to use. Now, this is going to be the, we used this in the last card, but she's using the back side of it for the front of this card. Okay, you got that? Yeah, you used the whole collection. Now, she has taken this topper and foam taped each of the pieces. So you've got 4 corners and you've got the centerpiece. And those get foam taped on top. The to a special granddaughter, well, that is going to be also in the collection of these. And let me see, there it is. There it is, to a special granddaughter. So this is granddaughter, daughter, grandma, all over. And that takes care of our card front so easily. Then when we open this, let me have this flat for you. So you can see the different colors that are being played here. And let me show you what they are. So for this one, here is the galaxy that she has chosen. It's going to be right there. And for the center, she has chosen the purple galaxy in 2 pieces, just like she did the gatefold. It's going to be there. And then this one, she goes back to the same sheet that she used here. So you've got these 2 coordinating. So that worked nicely. The toppers that she's chosen is this one and this one. And again, the same thing. These are just popped out, and this is foam taped and this is foam taped. But of course, it's only attached to this section. So that worked nicely. Now, to unify all of this, she has done a couple of things. So she used the thin line dazzles, and let me just show you at the top of each section and at the bottom of each section. So that works nicely. And then she used from the card inside outside May all your wishes come true. So those dazzles are there. The happy birthday is from this sheet of the sentiments. And then Teresa used something that I sent her, but I didn't tell her that we haven't released it yet. So I ask for your patience and just know that this will be coming later. This is out of our Never Before Seen Fairy Dazzles. And they come individually in black, but in the Never Before Seen, they come in finishes like this gold pearl. So she has added them all over, which they do look absolutely charming, and I promise you they will be available later, but not quite yet, okay? Now I do have one more card, and it too is pretty special with a lot of different layers. And let me show you how it opens. So here we go. So it's a zigzag opening. Look at that. In fact, it's even too wide for the camera. How fun is that? Okay, now this is going to go like that and that. And when you see it, and when you let it stand, you get that zigzag effect. Now that's done with 2 pieces of cardstock. And let me show you how Teresa did it. Okay, the first one is white cards or ivory cardstock. It is 10 inches by 6.5. Now, if you have a corner chomper, remember those? You can chomp one corner or you can just leave it square. That makes no difference. If you have our regular 5 by 6.5 inch cards, they will be white. Teresa used ivory to make this one, so that's your choice. That's why she used ivory cardstock. So now, to start making our zigzag, she measured from the top right corner down 1 3/4 inches and made a dot, and then drew a line up to the upper corner. Then she's going to cut this away, okay? So that's going to make our first little line there. Okay, now to make the other lines, we're going to have another piece of the ivory cardstock. This is going to measure 10.5 inches by 4 3/4. If you will cut the, fold this in, 10.5 by 4 3/4, then we need 2 score lines. The first one at 1/2 inches, the other one at 5.5 inches. Now, as you can see, we're going to use our extra sticky tape along that fold, and we're going to fold that back, and we're going to fold this down like so. Okay, I did just turn it over. Because this part, we're going to do the exact same thing that we did on the front, except we're going to measure down 1.5 inches. The first card, we measured 1 3/4 inches. This is 1.5 inches. Make a dot, draw a line to the upper left-hand corner, and cut on that line. And then you're going to get this second piece that will have this triangle cut out of it. So then you've got the 2 pieces together. The reason that you need this is because this is going to get attached to the first card, to the card front, okay? So then you've got that cut away and that cut away, and you will have the 4 layers, just like we see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it? Okay, again, the directions are down below. And Teresa also gave us a download with some of the paper patterns just to make it really helpful. So I just so appreciate that of her. She loves using, in fact, the whole design team loves using the card as a mat. So that means the paper is going to be slightly smaller. So sometimes it's just really helpful to have those patterns. Now, let me show you what she's done. This is out of the Floral Wishes toppers, and also out of the this is a different design duo. This is, whoops, I had it to begin with. Let me bring this in. This is one we haven't used yet. Golden Melodies and Handwritten Scripts. So let me show you how this works. So what Teresa has used on the front is she has used the handwritten script in purple. This is what the other side looks like in the Golden Melodies, but she isn't using that one quite yet. But she did use the pattern and cut this to fit. She did use ivory ribbon to go around that bottom part before she glued it to her card front. And then she also used the gold border dazzles. Now we used that on the first card, and she's got a piece down here. So the ivory ribbon is right there. This is the topper that she used. And the just to say hi, well, that is right here. Again, I think you've seen that before, but there we go. So each of those sheets just has a lot of greetings on it. I'm sorry I didn't count them, but I am sure there are hundreds, literally hundreds. Now, that is our first one. Now, we do have this going inside. Let me show you what's going on there. So this piece, which is the same size as the front, so you just want to turn that pattern over. You can use this to go into the, music. And I think it's going to be this one. Yes, because we've got those golden notes up there. So it's this piece. And on the center of it, we have this piece. Isn't that pretty? So she's used this top part. Teresa has a wonderful gift of just kind of looking at the bits and pieces on a sheet to be able to maximize them. Again, those border dazzles are going right along the same area at the bottom. And she has used this one on the inside. And she has also used the same one, You're in My Thoughts Today and Always. Very pretty. Foam taped, a little folded ribbon behind it. Makes a nice statement. And sometimes it's nice to kind of, you might really be drawn by the purple or think that you'd have to use purple, but you really don't have to, as she shows us here. Now, these two you see, but you also see this piece. And I want to bring that up now. And the sheet that you're going to use, I have lost somehow, but it is the one that has this dramatic image on it. Again, you're just going to cut it according to the pattern. So we've got that. You'll probably get your card all done and then realize that you haven't completed that, but that's okay. You can go back and finish it. Now these last two are going to use the script. So that's the back side. So this, the blue on the left-hand side, again, you have the pattern. Here is the topper. She did not use the corners this time, but isn't that pretty? Now you could use it straight up and down also, but she elected to change it. The one on the right is using this script and using this topper, again, without the corners. So you've got the corners to use elsewhere. Now the words, again, are coming from these sheets, and this says, sending love from far away. Have a lovely Mother's Day, so you can use that. Timely, Teresa. And then she's also completed with the gold border dazzles along the bottom. So really, really nice. So as she told us, she likes using these multiple panel cards to really maximize the toppers. And we've got the three of them, the Floral Wishes, A Cat's Life, Land Enchantment, and three of the duo designs, as well as that massive essential book of sentiments. All of these are available now, as you can imagine. And I do want to thank Teresa for all of her hard work and her wonderful creativity. Again, the instructions and that download are down below. Just click on the card and you'll get taken. Everything's on the right side of the screen. Speaking of the right side of the screen, you know that's where our money saver is, and that will take care of you. You might as well get some savings. And if you're watching this on YouTube, we appreciate you. Please subscribe to our channel. We have new things about 20 times a month, and just like this, they're full of lots and lots of ideas, and always a money saver. You can click on the button down below to come to paperwishes.com. And I want to thank you so much for joining us, getting a spark of creativity, and for being part of our Paper Wishes family. Bye-bye.